San Fran, the city by the bay, Fog City, Frisco, whatever you call it, it's hard not to marvel at all that San Francisco has to offer. The Golden Gate Bridge, usually front and centre when you visit this city, will play second fiddle this weekend to one of the most famous prisons on the planet, Alcatraz, once home to the world's most notorious inmates, such as Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly and the Birdman, will become the focal point for more notorious names this time out from our T100 World Tour. But welcome then to San Francisco, the perfect backdrop for the third leg of the T100 World Tour. And this weekend, our inmates, no, I'm just joking, our athletes, they have the mission of escaping from that place there, the Rock, aka Alcatraz. It is going to be incredible. But before we get into racing over the next 30 minutes, we have a stellar lineup of guests for you to hear from, including Emma Pallant-Brown, India Lee, Magnus Ditlev. We've got the legends, Alistair Brownlee and Javier Gomez, Sam Long as well. But not forgetting these two who are joining me first. Rookie, newbie to the T100 World Tour, Taylor Knibb, and the queen of the 100k distance, Ashley Gentle. Welcome, both of you. How are you feeling first? Taylor, I'm going to come to you. Home soil, San Fran. We know what happened last time you took on 100k here. You went on to win in Milwaukee, didn't you?
Yes, but it's a different course, it's a different year, it's a different day, so we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Nerves building it? Or are you very excited just to join this party here we're having?
Well, I think both. You can be nervous and excited at the same time and interpret it as such. So I'm very excited to be here and I'm very grateful.
I mean, the fans, Ash, they're building up this kind of rivalry between the two of you as well. They're getting excited for what's going to happen. Do you think the race between the two of you will be box office?
I guess I hope so. I think, going into this race, I'd say that Taylor's the favourite. I think she's also got the Americans definitely on her side here in San Francisco, but I really hope that I can bring a strong battle and make it entertaining. But like Taylor said, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be a really, really interesting course and the conditions will throw up, I guess, different conditions as we go.
Ash saying you're the favourite. What do you make of that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think in every race it could be different circumstances, so the course is very unique, and I think there could be a big surprise tomorrow and someone we're not even talking about, but there are very strong women on the start line and we respect every single one of them.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the course. I was chatting to Taylor earlier on in the week and she was saying she's not great at navigation, especially when you've got to come from there to the bay. Currents might have a factor to play in that?
Yes, I'm not a great person at reading the water, so I'm learning and working on that, but this is a massive opportunity to work on that. Thankfully we have a lead boat, so that'll help hopefully, but I could end up at the bridge tomorrow and that'll be a very, very, very long way back to transition, so I hope that doesn't happen.
So you're saying to the other girls, don't hold on to your feet?
Well, actually, if you do, great, because if we're all off course, fantastic, but I just hope to get to the beach and then start the bike.
Ash, you obviously won here as well before. Can you use that to your advantage?
Yeah, I guess it was a long time ago. It was in 2015 and 2019, but I guess I look at those two experiences and I think to myself, well, I did it. I survived. I'm here to try again for a third time. So I see that as a good thing and I'm really looking forward to having another experience here by the bay over the longer 100k distance.
Let's kind of forget the water then and go to the bike, which is this very hilly course that everyone's speaking about. How much does that change the race, especially considering Singapore is pretty flat, it's a little bridge that we had to go over, and Miami as well. I know you didn't take part in that, but how different is this course?
Yeah, it's really different. It's super unique. The wind, you can probably see it from our hair. It's kind of whipping and it's still quite early. So I think the wind is chilly and it's quite strong, and it's also really unpredictable here. There's kind of like little microclimates wherever you go. It could be one condition here and then 2k up the road be very different. That, along with like the narrow roads and the technical nature, as well as the hilly part of the course down by the west side, I think it's going to make it really interesting. And I think that it might blow things apart a bit, or yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, though she's not lying with the wind. My eyes are actually streaming. That's how windy it is out here. Well, we're hyped to have you guys taking part. This is going to be incredible, this race between the two of you. Good luck tomorrow. Have fun as well, if you can, out there. Treacherous conditions.
You too.
Thank you. Right, well, let's bring in the standings then. Ashley Gentle actually sits in third at the moment, joint in terms of positions with India Lee. They've both won a race between them, of course. Lucy Charles Barkley, she is in first position. She sits out here in San Francisco. She'll not add to that tally that she has at the top of the standings with 56 points. Lucy Byron then in fourth with 34 points next to her name, and then the wild card of Hayley Chura rounds out the fifth place, and then it's really tight as we'd expect. Sixth and 10th separated by just 3 points after 2 rounds. Okay, well, rotating door of guests. I've got 2 Brits in the house now. Makes me feel very much at home. Emma Pallant-Brown and India Lee. Welcome. Firstly, let's just speak to you, Emma. The fact that we didn't get to see you last time out. Feeling fit, healthy after Miami?
Yeah, sitting here on 0 points, but yeah, feeling good. Yeah, I think these conditions will suit me a little bit better. It's a little bit cooler here than Miami, and yeah, looking forward to racing.
I was actually interested. How much do you guys know each other from growing up in the UK, racing each other?
Yeah, I've known Emma since I was like 9, I'm going to say, and we raced running together, spent some years training running together when we were like under 13s, and also raced you, Rachel, when we were young.
We raced each other. I think you were always beating me.
Yeah, so we were just saying, it's kind of funny that we started out as those little tiny girls who were both pretty short, and then now here we are in San Francisco racing triathlons.
It is incredible to see how kind of far we've all come. Emma, let's talk about the course. Do you think this is a kind of course that will suit you?
Yeah, I think the swim is going to be tough, and that's always the toughest for me. So yeah, I think I've kind of always go into a race with the mindset that a lot of time could blow out, and I might have to do a lot of chasing, but I'm kind of used to that. So really thankful that it's a hard bike. I think the bike will actually split up quite a bit because it's nice and tough. So yeah, as soon as I'm out the water, just push as hard as I can, and yeah, there's still a lot of the race left.
Yeah, exactly. Indy as well, I saw on socials, you and Kat Matthews were having a bit of fun about the hills. You were hoping that actually the hills are that intense that you can be out of the saddle. Are they that intense?
Yeah, they are. They're punchy climbs, and they're lengthy as well. So I think, as Emma says, that's going to really split it up, which is good because the courses we've had so far this year seem to be, well, Miami was pan flat, and then Singapore was a lot more flowing where groups could stick together, but this course lends itself to something a little bit different, hopefully.
How difficult is that to ride a TT bike on a course like this?
Yeah, I think it has that flat bit at the start and at the finish, so I don't think you can, well, I wouldn't ride a road bike. So yeah, obviously a TT is a little bit harder then to control if it's windy like this going downhill, but that's when you put a lot of weight onto the saddle, and yeah, just hope to stay rubber down.
And what are you making of Taylor Knibb being in the fold this time out? Everyone's hyping her up. Everyone's saying she's the one to watch. She's going to win. You're going to put a stop to that, the two of you? Can you work together as Brits here?
Well, I think it's deserved hyping her up because she's proved that when she's in the race, she's tough to beat. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having the chance to race her this year. Yeah, she's obviously on a strong roll.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you, both of you, for chatting. Lovely to see you here. Time to get some more points as well. Emma, come on. We're getting off the mark. We are getting off the mark. Thank you very much. Good luck for this weekend. Right, from elites, let's bring in 2 age groupers as well, because it's not just about the elites. We've got Johnny Willis and we've got Julia Purrington as well. Welcome.
Thank you.
Both of you. Lovely to have you here. Locals as well. I kind of want to get the lowdown on basically what this course is about and what the locals actually think of people jumping in that water, swimming across and doing this crazy course.
Probably think we're a bit mental.
Yeah, okay.
But it's iconic. The swim is so cool. Who doesn't want to know if you could actually escape from Alcatraz? There's so many stories about prisoners escaping, not escaping. So, like, of course, who wants to jump in the water and try?
Yeah, my sister's a member of one of the local swim clubs here, and she does this quite frequently, so her friends don't think it's that mental.
Well, it's funny actually because I was speaking to two-time Olympic champion Alistair Brownlee yesterday, and he said if I wasn't coming here to try and win, I would not be jumping off the boat at some silly o'clock in the morning just for fun. So kudos to you two for doing that. Johnny, let's just talk a little bit about this as well. You've done this event before, but you didn't get to jump off the boat. So you're looking forward to that this time?
The last time I was here, I got to get on the ferry, but then the conditions were too rough, so I didn't get to swim. So I'm
gutted,
super
right?
excited to get in the water. At the time, it was choppy, so I wasn't that mad, but this weekend I'm very excited to get in the water and do the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Julia, also you've got an interesting story. It's been full of roller coasters throughout your time.
It has. I
Can you
did
tell
this
us?
race in 2006. It was one of the first races that I wanted to do. Back then, I couldn't get in the lottery, so I had to qualify, and I eventually did get in and raced it in 2006. It has been my favorite race ever since then. I've only done it that one time. But in 2009, I had an unfortunate biking accident. I was training for another race, and took me out. I was in the hospital for 6 weeks. I was in a wheelchair for 6 months, 8 leg surgeries, and I eventually got back running. I took a big hiatus from triathlons, and then my older sister, a little less than a year ago, said, "I'm turning 50. We should do a race. We should all do a triathlon." And I was like, "Oh no!" But I'm really looking forward to this. I love this course. I love the hills. I love everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just Julia who's got siblings that are encouraging her to do this race. You're one of 7?
I'm one of 7 kids. I got 3 brothers over here heckling me. We're all doing the race together, so it's super fun. We did an Ironman relay last fall, so it's just a great opportunity to train together, to have fun.
They're coming in. They're going to run past now.
They're
They're going to jog past. They're just heckling him.
That's their training run. So, yeah, we're going to have a great time. We're definitely here to win, as you can see.
Who's more competitive, you or them? Who's going to beat who?
We're going to find out right after the swim.
Okay. Also, guys, I want to know something that a lot of my friends at home have been asking. The water behind us, is it shark infested?
No.
Yes.
No.
Mixed messages there. I don't know who to believe. There have been sightings though of sharks in here.
Yeah, some sharks, but I don't think it's very common for there to be great whites inside of the bridge.
Sea lions, yes. Currents, tick.
Yes.
Anything
nice
else?
To have sharks in the back of your mind. That'll keep you going.
There you go.
Going quickly through the water.
That'll make you go
Yes.
faster. Okay, well, guys, have the best time on Sunday. Enjoy it
you.
for different personal reasons. But yeah, thank you for chatting and very
Thank
much
you.
good luck
Thank
on
you.
Sunday. Thank you. Right, well, I told you, loads of people love this event. It is fantastic to see. Let's go back to our elites then and have a look at the men's standings after 2 races so far. So, Yuri Kulin then, he sits out of this one. He's on 57 points. Your winner, of course, from Singapore. Sam Long then 1 point behind in 56th next to his name. And then the winner from Miami, Magnus Ditlev, 35 points he sits in 3rd. Aaron Royal then in 4th on 27. Peter Heinrich, a joint 5th and 6th with Matthias Margaret on 25 points. And Jason West, David McNamee, Kyle Smith and Alistair Brownlee round out the top 10. Talking of Alistair Brownlee, he joins us now alongside another legend as well. Javier Gomez, welcome both of you. I feel like it's a bit of a deja vu from the build-up to London 2012. We're not doing Olympic Games. That's coming later on. You guys are here. I'll come to Javier first. Welcome to the T100.
Oh, thank you very much.
How excited are you to finally get to take part in one of these races?
Yes, very excited. It's been a long time without racing these guys, so that's why I don't really know what to expect. But you know, I've been training well. Unfortunately, for one reason or another, I wasn't able to do the first 2 races. But I'm here now in a place that I've been before. I raced here before, and yeah, great city, great course. So looking forward to it.
You've won as well, back in 2013, was it?
Yes,
You escaped successfully?
Different race, different generation of people that I race against, different course, but yeah, I have great memories of being here before.
You say different generations of people. This guy is still there,
Yes.
kind of biting at your heels either way you look at it, still competing against each other. Ali, how great is it to have Javier back racing, not just you, but the rest of this field?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, obviously he's had an amazingly long career, and like I think you said, I guess a diverse career across every distance and kind of event in the sport. So yeah, it's great to have him here, and it's going to be a great event this weekend.
I guess everyone at home, they've watched what you've done in the last 2 rounds of the T100. Gone out. almost got away with it, and then not quite. A fifth and a DNF. Are you changing tactics?
Yeah, I mean, the last Miami was kind of solid. Obviously, it was just really too hot for me there, like a kind of crazy temperatures. And Singapore, I'd kind of prepared for the heat, but not prepared for that ankle flare-up. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can't blame the heat here today or tomorrow because it's pretty cold. And so, yeah, let's hope everything else goes well.
The hilly course, does it actually favour both of you, would you say?
Yeah, well, hopefully. Yeah, that's what I want to think. I definitely prefer hilly courses than just totally flat. And it's hilly, there's a flat section as well. It's quite technical in some parts. The wind is going to be a factor as well, so it's going to make it quite interesting here.
Surely growing up in Leeds, training up there, the Yorkshire Dales, it does suit you, this course?
Yeah, I think so. The course is hilly. It's kind of not actually mega technical, and the descents are fast and fun. So, yeah, to be honest, it's always nice to break it up. I don't like the kind of long, straight, flat courses. Not that we've had any of those yet, but yeah, it's good to have a bit of a different element in it.
And if you could take the scalp off of one of the young guys, because, you know, they're all talking about you, legends, maybe past it a bit. Is there a scalp you'd love to take, both of you? They're going to be too nice. They're so nice.
I just want to beat him. Yeah.
Just want to beat him.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Want to beat each other. That's what we love. The competitiveness is still there. Javier, Ali, thank you very much. Good luck this weekend. Good luck in your first race on the tour.
Thanks so much.
Right, we're going to rotate again. You've got to swap mics out. We've got new guests coming in. Magnus Ditlev and Martin Van Riel are coming in to join us. Now, welcome, both of you. Welcome back, Magnus. Welcome to the tour, Martin. I'll start with you. New territory. You getting nervous standing up against this guy who's won one of these already?
You have to say that Magnus is a very nice guy, but he looks a little bit intimidating. He's tall, he's strong, so I think he's going to show that tomorrow as well. So it's been very exciting already, and yeah, I'm super excited to race these guys that I've been watching all the T100s this year already, and I can't wait to put myself into the battle.
And probably even more confident, you were telling me in the interview yesterday, the fact that the fire is burning even brighter now for you to go and have some success after having to sit out last time with your wrist injury.
Yeah, I wouldn't say more confident, but more hungry and motivated than I have been in a long time. So I think it's good, and it's good to be here. Didn't crash my bike yesterday on the course recon, so yeah, all good so far.
It wasn't too sweaty, or it wasn't raining, thankfully. That's what happened in Singapore. Martin, obviously, what do you think have been the biggest take-homes from the first two races that you've watched that you maybe hadn't thought about coming here to race this weekend?
Yeah, honestly, I think that the two first races were already brutal. The differences were maybe bigger than I expected them to be. I thought the racing would be like a little bit closer, but I'm pretty sure that on this course it's going to be a very honest course again. And yeah, we're going to see big differences, so it's going to be important to be in front the whole day and yeah, try to stay in a good position all day.
Yeah, because how tough is that? Because I guess short course, you are battling with people a bit more. Here, you could be out on your own.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to be a little bit careful not to overdo myself by just following, because in short course it's more about following, and here you also have to like think about the energy reserves that you have, because you have to make it strong to the finish line. So yeah, I think overdoing myself is definitely something I have to be aware of.
Martin's quite confident. Are you going to try and punish him out there? Maybe kind of, you know, put a greater effort in some of the hills just so he gets a little bit tired quicker?
Of course, I'm going to try to do my best to do that, but I mean, Martin is such a strong athlete all around, so I know it will be incredibly difficult. As you say, the hills here is probably on the bike what makes the course super hard. So, but then again, Martin is a super strong bike rider, so I'm interested to see how we stack up against each other. I know he will probably swim faster than me, but yeah, on the bike it will be interesting, and then on the run as well, with the short distance speed he has, it will be a tough one.
Have you guys raced against each other before?
I don't think so.
No.
No head-to-head.
No.
This makes things even more interesting, doesn't it? I love this. We're kind of building a bit of a rivalry here. Also, Magnus, we were having a conversation about this. Martin doesn't think he's been challenged yet or pushed in any of the races. That's going to change, isn't it, this weekend?
Yeah, I don't think he's been challenged either so far. So I'm hoping to be one of the guys that's going to challenge him this weekend. But I mean, we shouldn't be standing here just talking about the two of us. It's such a strong field generally. So yeah, it's difficult if you start to focus too much on one person. There will be 10 others that's going to kick your ass. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the battle for sure.
Give us some names who might be out there to kick ass, like you said. I'll start with you. Who's worrying you?
I think Carl Smith is going to be one to watch. He's in form, wants to prove himself in the T100, and he had a really, really good run just 2 weeks ago. So he's going to be one to watch.
The Americans surely on home soil as well. You can't discount them.
Which one of them?
Well, there's a few, aren't there?
Yeah. No, I mean, Sam Long obviously having come second in the first two T100 races. And then there's so many strong guys. The Frenchman Mattis is always going out in front hard, so it will be interesting as well to race against him again.
And I guess as well, people watching at home might kind of ask about the wrist. Will it be affected by the swim at all? The fact that, it's only been, 6-7 weeks now since Singapore, and you did have the break.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't ideal, but once the fracture healed, I've been gradually increasing the swim. So I mean, I know it will be all fine. I can't use that as an excuse to not obviously missed a few swim weeks, but training has been going really well up in the altitude, and I'm confident for the swim as well. Yeah,
I've been training in Colorado. How much do you think or hope that will help you this weekend?
No idea.
No idea.
First time I'm coming off of 22,600 meters, so that's really interesting, and one of the things I'm looking forward to see how it feels. So far it feels really good, but you never know in racing when dropping down from altitude.
Have you had any altitude in the build-up?
Not very recent, but until 4 weeks ago I was in Sierra Nevada, but it's a bit lower than where Magnus was. It's 2,300, so he's got the advantage already there.
I'm going to ask you as well, you said it in the build-up to this, you think you have what it takes to win? Are you still backing yourself this weekend?
I mean, yes, I'm backing myself, but as Magnus says, there's like 20 hungry people on the starting line, and they're all the best of the world. So, yeah, like I've never really raced that stacked of a field. I've raced a couple of the big names separately, so it's going to be very interesting because you're going to end up in a different dynamic as well. So yeah, I'm very excited to just see where I end up, but I know I'm fit, and I hope that I can fight for the top places.
Well, it's your chance on Saturday. Very excited to see how you get on your first T100. Magnus, lovely to have you back as well. Hopefully you can go out there and get your second win of the season. Well done, both of you. Good luck for the weekend. Thank you. Right, mic switch for one final time as well. Two more guests to welcome here. Ben Canute, Sam Long, two Americans. Let's start with Ben. 4 times successful escapee from the rock over there, from Alcatraz. You made a bit of a habit of it, haven't you?
Yeah, this is actually my 7th year. Fun fact, I've only swam 6 times though, or this will be my 6th time because I was here for the 1 year it got canceled. It was too crazy for us to swim. So, but yeah, I love this race. It's iconic. I think it's one of the coolest races you can come and do. It's definitely a bucket list race. So I've made a point to try and come here every year I can.
I know your countryman. Have you given him some swim tips out there? Considering you've done it 6 swims, and it's tough.
He doesn't really need the tips when he comes up from the bike and the run, so I'm going to take every advantage I can get. I want him to be standing on the podium with me, but I'll take the top step. He can take the 2nd or 3rd step.
Didn't you tell him when we spoke yesterday that there's sharks in there just to scare him as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not up on the wildlife, but there could be sharks, sea lions, maybe the rare orca. Like, you never know what's going to be in there.
I actually just saw some wildlife here about 5 minutes ago. It was a black creature coming up and down. It was about 300 meters offshore. I'm actually being dead serious.
Oh.
I was joking. I was training some wildlife to give me a little boost in the swim. I've been coming out here for months now, just getting the sea lions ready for that, to guide me the fastest way in the swim.
Sam, you look like you're racing right now. What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm a fan of multitasking, so I combined my pre-race bike ride with the commute of having to get over here so I didn't have to do a bus ride, and a man of time efficiency, I guess.
This is having a baby. Your kids are a little bit older. I guess you've already done this, have you?
Yeah, I've got 2, 1.5 years and 3.5, so still, I don't think it ever slows down. I think it just keeps picking up speed, and you just keep running and making the most of it.
Sam, you have the ability to go T100 number 1 this weekend if it all goes to plan. How you make that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just go out there and swim, bike, and run to the best of my abilities. I'm really not too focused on, like, I think when you get out of yourself and say, okay, I need to get this place or blah, 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 and these people are standing here with the series points, like, you're out of your head, and the best thing is to find the flow state for myself. So I'm very focused on myself and just simply getting the best race out of myself. And if I lead the series at the end of the day, I do, and if I don't, then I don't.
You guys both have this home advantage, and you've both got your families here, you've both got your children, your child here. You know, how lovely is that to have them come and watch and support and I guess help with the preparations, because it's not just a kind of one-man show, is it?
No, I mean, it takes a village, and I mean, having kids will definitely reaffirm that, and to have them all out here at a race that's super special to me, and it just, yeah, it's exciting. For me, it's hitting the reset button, and we're having a great time, and can't wait to rip it out on the course.
And the fact that we've got such a strong American contingent here, you know, as well, not just with the women, obviously got Taylor Knibb coming in, but you guys as well. What or how much of a statement would it be for you guys to have success here?
Taking triathlon back. I mean, the sport was started here in California, in San Diego, and you know, I think we're all very patriotic. We love our sport, love our country, and just want USA to be on top and represent well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I think there's been a lot of talk the last few years about the Europeans just totally dominating us, and I think that's never been totally true, but it's especially not true this year if you look at who's at the top of a lot of the leaderboards. So it's just great to take triathlon back.
Do you think the men's field this weekend is the most stacked we've seen all year? It's always stacked.
Make the argument, but I think the T100 series, that's the great part about it, is it's always stacked, and it always will be stacked because it attracts the top athletes in middle distance right now and long distance. So yeah, I mean, I always expect it to be the best in the world and basically a world championship every time we step on the start line.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think it's the most stacked we've had?
I think it's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could look at it lots of ways. Okay, we have Martin, but we no longer have Yuri. Yuri won Singapore, so it just depends. Every race is great. Yeah, I think they're all identical fields to be. Like, the people are different, but you have to come in saying it's basically the top of the top, right? It's 100th percentile of the field of who's the best of the best, and it just matters on who has a good day.
And Ben, you reckon your season's starting this weekend? You're confident here, aren't you?
Yeah, I love this race. The first two races of the series were pretty catastrophically bad for me, so it's nice to learn from those, put them behind me, hit the reset button, and you kind of do that every single race anyways. You don't, whether you're winning or losing, you don't really, you know, look back and live in the past. You have to live in the present, and yeah, I love this city. I love racing here and just having a blast already this week.
Can you guys have a battle on the run?
That'd be great.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, first and
sprint
second.
Finish. I'm always down for a
second.
sprint
No,
finish.
not down for sprint finishes.
Who's winning at the sprint finish?
We had a sprint finish before back in Texas, about a K out, and
Ben blew me in the dust. He blew my doors off. It was crazy.
He's had some better races recently, but maybe it's time to bring back the sprint finish at the end.
We would love to see that. I'm sure. Maybe not you guys. Thank you so much. Cannot wait for tomorrow. It is going to be epic. Good luck for the race this weekend. Guys, thank you again so much for watching. They're leaving me to it as well. Well, it is time to stop talking because the racing starts tomorrow, of course. We're going to see who can escape successfully from that rock. All the action starts 5:45 tomorrow morning, local time. Be there, it's going to be epic.